Okay, good morning. So we will continue here on the PME. This sutta is called the anatta lakkhaṇa. So anatta lakkhaṇa, that means this is the second discourses given to the five five group of five monks. So you continue is here. So you see here, Tasma is therefore it ha is here. So there is a T inserted in here. This is Tasma. Okay. So there is Tasma and it ha. There's a T inserted. So Kawe, okay, vocative yang kinci rupang And then you can see the rupang here, and then you see Atita, this is a compound Atita plus Anagata, Atita plus Anagata. This one is Gata means gone. Agata means come. If you break this, you break this. So A plus A. A. Okay. So Gata is gone. Agata come. So you plus Na here, not come. Not yet come. Not yet come. Okay, you follow, Gata is gone. Not yet. Agata means not yet come. So in this Agata not yet come, that means it's future. You see, this compound, that means not yet come. Because of the A, then you have to reverse the na become an. So this is not yet come. That means future lah. So this one is different. If you look at the Pali, it will be the pati. Okay, pati plus ut. There is a compound of ut and then plus pat. That means ut plus pat. This is present. Pati this is present. This is present. So here you look at this. This is the same case with this. This is the same case with this. See not ajatang. Ajatang wa bahitawa. So technically, normally it's supposed to mean all. So in this case, it doesn't mean all. It also can mean all. Besides all, it can mean and. Because when we are taking internal and external, so it's internal and external. Okay, then you see the olarekang and sukamang, and means cause of, gross of, and fine. Yeah. Hina can mean small, can mean inferior. But because of this word, panitang, it means superior. So we take this as inferior. All right. So this is santike, near. Near. So this is durefa. This is what do you call it? This is adverb. Or perhaps in decline. Far and near lah. All right. So 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 here, sabang rupang, that means all form. So all form, you see, this is a subject. This here put a comma, that means technically there is no comma. So because this is another line, means all form, then you take this as a verb. This is a potential potential. You can use should be seen or to be seen. It doesn't matter. To be seen, also can. To be seen. To be seen. In this case, can you see here? Sammas. There is two types of samma. One is samma with a long A, one with a short A one. Samma. Samma that means is proper. This is panya. This is panya. So you have panya. Panya. So panya sometimes got long A or short A. Short A or long A. You got two. Short A is a feminine noun system. That means should be seen with a proper wisdom. To be seen with a proper wisdom, which means that the wisdom here is still is, I mean, what do you call it? First is the book wisdom. Second is wisdom that come during the meditation, come from the meditation. So that in this case, you look at the word yata bhuta. The word yata means yata. It means as. Yata means as. As the word bu. You know that BHU, blue plus ta. Blue plus ta, this is a PPP. Became. It means became. Became. This is because it's a past participle. I became. As it became. That means, so here is as, because this is a compound, as it became. So technically, if you look at this word, it's supposed to be as it became lah. So in English, as it became is translated it as it really or really is. This is how it translates. And then you put the etang, the evam here. The evam to take as it really is. So the evam here, technically they change it to as it really is. As it really is the evam. Then the evam can take it as here. Can you see the etang? Etang is it. So you can see as it became. So as it became the word here, evam. Here, if you use this translation, as it becomes so. This is one way of you are going to translate it, or you're going to translate it. Okay. As it became so. It means this as it became so, as it really is the same, because it's a matter of, so this is one line. So after this, then only open quote, no. Then it here, then only open quote, no. Then open quotes, in this case you see it here, then only here you put the open quotation. But even though you don't put the quotation there, you can understand what it's trying to mean. Open quotation here. Okay. You see here is netang mama. This is not mine. This is na plus eta. Na plus etang. Okay, na plus etang. Okay. This na is not na. That means this is not my mama. So this one is na plus eso. Okay, na plus eso. So this is a Sunday. So because there is another A there, ahang. Can you see ahang, because the R here is replaced by this comma. Then this is join, is joined by ask me. Can you see when this M joined with A, the nigahita is gone. So that's why it becomes neso hamasmi. So this is the breakdown of the Sunday. So that means this not I am. I don't repeat this. This not I am. And then this one is okay. Not not myself. Not myself. Not myself. Because me ata, not myself. I think there is no O here. If I'm not mistaken. I think there's no O here. I think there's no O there. Na me ata. I think there's no O here. Yeah, so this is how you translate. So that means the whole line, that means this is a meditation, this when you do a reflection, that means this is called a reflection. A reflection is a meditation. This is a meditation. But this sutta given directly to the monk. Uh, given directly to the five monk. But when there is no Buddha around, when there is no when because you go to a meditation teacher, they will not teach you this type of meditation for sure already. So you have to do it yourself. When you do it yourself, then you have to reflect. You have to reflect. So you reflect because it says here it says therefore here whatever form uh, which is in the past, future, present, be it internal, external, gross or fine, and inferior, superior, all forms should be seen with a proper learn, as it really is. This is not mine. So that means during your reflection, what you do, you take your fire aggregate. You take your fire aggregate, remember fire aggregate. This is how you do it. You don't have to do it for half an hour. You just have to do it 5 minutes enough because 5 minutes do many round already. First, you try to remember. You try to remember the content first. That means you must remember the file aggregate. File aggregate. So you remember the file aggregate. So you okay, what you do is you remember file aggregate. That means you take the word rupa first. Rupa. That means you take the word rupa. Okay. So rupa is a neuter noun. Rupa. And then you take your Vedana. Take your Vedana. And then you take what? Sanya. Okay. Then you take your Sankara. Sankara is plural. Sankara is plural because Sankara is plural. And then after that you take your Vinyanang. Vinyanang is a neuter noun. Vinyanang. Okay. Okay. Sankara is a plural. Why? Because in Abhidhamma, there is this one plus this one is two already. Plus the Sankara is 50. 50. So 50 cetasika. Okay. You see the word cetasika. What does cetasika? Cetasikas come from the word cetas. Come from the word cetas. So cetas also refers to the mind. Also sometimes translated as a heart. In Cantonese, it's called sam. Sam, not the physical heart. So cetas. So you know cetas plus ka. You got cetasika. Because cetasika. That means this is called, cetasika is called the mental factor. Mental factor. So mental factor. So there is another word, what we call it, chitta. Chitta is also a mind. Um, a manas is also a mind. Chitta is a mind, manas is a mind. Okay, the difference between chitta and manas. Chitta means this is emotional mind. Emotional mind, that means you cannot control. It works by itself. It works by itself. Manas is the thinking mind. Thinking mind, which means it's rational. You can control. That means like, for instance, you want to do certain thing, you think and plan. Rational mind means think and plan. Think and plan. Okay, think and plan. Okay, think and plan. So in between the cetasika, chitta, and manas. So sometime when it says the mind of the monk is developed, it will use this, it will use it will say the mind. So in this case, they use chittani, because if you use a plural, the mind chittani, the mind of a monk, mind and the mind of the monk. eh, typo. Mind of the monk are liberated. Liberated means vimutti. So it will use this form cetani to indicate the mind. But when so that means this one when a person individually is liberated, he will use the word this one no ceto vimutti, you know. He will so he will a person so I mean ceto uh, compound vimutti. Ceto vimutti it means that it indicates that somebody practice samatha. You know, means this practice your samatha meditation. Samatha meditation. Samatha lah, I say samatha, and then you already reach fourth jhana. Then this term fourth jhana is a Chitta Vimutti. Chitta Vimutti. So that means this one is a classification for a person who reach uh, fourth jhana, Chitta Vimutti. It means the mind is liberated. Also the same thing, you know. This one also is talking the mind is liberated. Singular, the mind is liberated. Liberated. Okay. So the mind is liberated from what? Samatha always talk about five hindrances, liberated from the five hindrances. So the mind is liberated from five hindrances. There is no wisdom yet, you know. Five hindrances. So you know hindrances. So then when some people, let's say some people will practice what we call it uh, vipassana. Okay. So vipassana is to develop wisdom. So develop wisdom, this is to develop wisdom. Okay. So when wisdom is developed, then in this particular case is called Panya Vimutti. Okay. So Panya Vimutti now is going to classify as here. Can you see? Okay, the mind, still the mind, no, still the mind is liberated by wisdom. By wisdom. So when you see Ceto Vimutti and Panya Vimutti, this one, this plus this, okay, so in this case, I type Ceto plus Panya Vimutti. This is Vimutti. This is equated as equated. That means it means that a person, a person, a person attain arahantship by the above lah. By the above. Okay, by the above, that means a person attain arahantship by the above. That means in this case, is DIY, no, do it yourself. You see, this one, that means do it yourself because this you have to that means here, that means this one you practice samatha. You practice samatha. How long it take, nobody knows. And then this one you practice vipassana. Yeah. So that means you practice samatha until you reach Foshana, you become Cheto Vimutti. The mind is liberated from fire. If you practice Vipassana, eventually you develop wisdom, the full wisdom, maximum wisdom. And then when you say Cheto Vimutti, Panya Vimutti, is already understood that the person already become an Arahant. Attain Arahant, but above, this is do it yourself. But in this sutta is no, this is sutta is while listening to the Dhamma talk given by the Buddha, the five monks become an arahant. This one, because there are five occasions where a person can attain enlightenment. One is by listening to the Dhamma. Of course, before he can become an enlightened, or he or she can become enlightened, the thing is that he has to be ready. Like yesterday, I show you, he has to be ready. The mind has to be ready. The mind has to be matured with all the cultivation done previous or past life lah. How many lifetime? I don't know lah. I believe there are many lifetime lah. So when you have done it, when you are ready, when you come to this life, or you come to this life, when there is a Buddha, you listen to the Buddha, you can enlighten. So it sounds very easy when you read Sutta. It is enlightened, something like that. Okay, I will continue with the translation first. So in this case, so what you need to do, you take the five aggregate, you take the five aggregate, this one, form, feeling, perception, and this one we will use when we will use mental formation rather than volitional formation. Rather, you can use any one of these lah. Okay. Formation. Then this is consciousness. So that means what you do, the five aggregate, you first you know that the five aggregate in the sutta from here to make it short and simple for meditation. To make it short, as you see here, you start from here. Okay. See here. That means your meditation, that means the five aggregate, the form, rupa, form. So you just have to sit down, and then you say form. We use Pali, we use Pali. Form is atta. Form is atta. So we take the five aggregate. You have to repeat through the five aggregate. That you see here. This is this one. Take the five aggregate. So we take the five aggregate. We will do a reflection. We agree a reflection. That means because Buddha is already passed away. We don't know. While we are at home doing meditation, there is nobody going to tell you the sutta. So that you're not going to repeat the thing. So you have to learn by heart. When you learn by heart, then eventually you can repeat. Then you first thing you say form is impermanent. Okay. Okay. The next thing what you say is this one you can skip, because this one can skip, This is to give you an idea that you cannot direct the form to be like that, to be like this and like that. So then you take the next part. Can you take next part? Can you see? The next part is same. The next part is all this, all this is not self. Can you see? All this, that means all this form is not self. Vedana is self. Yeah, not self. Okay. That is one round already. That means you quietly sit down like a normal meditation. You breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. After a while, then you start, okay, then you mentally say, you can say form, rupa, anatta. you say this in this case you say form. So you can say in a Pali because you know Pali. Rupang ana anatta. Eh? So you can say rupang anatta, avedana anatta, asanya anatta, sankhara anatta, vinyanang anattang. But if you cannot remember the Pali, they say form is impermanent. Then you don't do it fast. When you try to synchronize with your in breath and out breath. When you breathe in, you reflect, oh, form. For after that, your in breath and out breath can be 3 or 4 cycles before you finish one line. It doesn't matter. You just aware that you are breathing in, breathing out. Then you see, you don't have to be exactly synchronized. It means that when you breathe in, you say a form is impermanent. It can take 2 or 3 in breath. It doesn't matter. So that is one way of doing. So you get this. Okay. So after get this, then you see the next line. The next line. Can you see here? Is so here it says rupang. Here it says rupang nicang wa anicang wa. So in this case, the answer is anicang. Anicang, which means that the second part of your meditation, is pang anicang. Ah, so that means this number one. This is number one. This is your number two. This is number two. You remember number two. Ah, ah, Rupang anatta, rupang anicang. Then actually, when you say rupang anicang, then you have to say vedana anicang, sanya anicang, sankhara anicang, vinyanang anicang. So that is your vipassana meditation. Ah, you cannot find you only can practice according to the sutta, not according to the meditation teacher. I am not too sure any meditation teacher teach this way. I'm not aware of that. Then after that, can you see? The third part, third part, you can see. Okay. Here it says, whatever is impermanent is dukkha. Dukkha. Okay, now you dukkha. The third part is you will say like that. The third part is you say, this is the third part is say, again, upang, kang. Okay, so rupang, tukang, vedana, tukang, sanya, tukang, sankara, tukang, vijnana, tukang. So this is the basically, you look at here. These are the 3 lakkhaṇa, correct? Because anatta is non-self, non-self. Okay. Anicca is impermanent. Okay. And Rupang, Tukang is suffering. So these are the 3 characteristics. This is the It is only Buddha teach these 3 characteristics. Nobody teach. So this is the 3 characteristics. By understanding these 3 characteristics, that means the 5 monks become an arahant. But it's not so straightforward, but because when they listen carefully and then something metamorphosis take place in their mind. In their mind. So if you're going to do it, you can use this. All right. Hey, now, this will give you the logic. This give you the logic because this is the logic because it asks question by question. It says whatever is suffering. Yeah, see, in this case, yang pana, what is impermanent? Then you ask the question, is it suffering or happiness? suffering or happiness. So they reply, they reply, suffering, and they reply. So this is because if you don't listen carefully, when they ask question, you cannot answer. So you when you answer, that means you understand. Now he says, okay, he says, the next one, okay, whatever is suffering, now because the sound is impermanent, suffering, whatever is suffering, okay, suffering, and this one subject to change, Dhamma means subject to change, nature to change, subject to change. Then do you regard this as my, I am, so this is how you going to do your meditation. Now, see, this part you understand, this part you understand now. I'm going to go to AN 10.60 to demonstrate to you what I say is actually it's been mentioned in the sutta. Otherwise, you think I just formulate my own theory. No, sutta center. I don't formulate my theory because I took it from the sutta. I understand the sutta. That's why I can explain to you. Can you see chapter on your mind? Chapter on your mind. 1060. Okay. Uh, so 1060 is Kiri Ma Nanda. Kiri Ma Nanda. So you see, can you see here? Here. Katama Dasa. What 10? Can you see here? Perception of impermanent. Ah, perception of non-self. These two, these two, this just now I just this is what we are discussing. This one, perception of impermanent. This is the first one. Katamacha nanda, and what ananda, anicca sanya. You see the word anicca sanya. Sanya means perception. 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 So perception, it says perception is when a monk go to the jungle, as sit at the root of the tree, or there is a kuti, and reflect. Can you see the word? Patisanchikati. So after hearing the Dhamma, this one is no longer, because this sutta is no longer the Buddha say it directly to the monk. His Buddha say it to Ananda. Ananda go and deliver the message to Venerable Girimanda. He say us to reflect. So this is the one reflect like it's a meditation, because you see goes to the jungle and sit at the root and tree and reflect. You see reflect, how is reflect? Can you see? Five aggregate Rupang anicca vedana anicca sanya anicca sankara anicca vinyana anicca. Is it a meditation? This is a meditation. This is a reflection, is a meditation. This is vipassana. Of course, you don't see the word vipassana. This is a very short one. This is a short one, because the one just now we go through is the whole theoretical part. Then you see the second part. And what is the perception of non-self? Katamacha nanda. This is ananda. Anatta sanya. Also the same thing. You go and practice meditation. It doesn't say samatha or vipassana. You never say, but you know that this is developing wisdom. Now, in this particular case, it takes the six sense base. It takes the six sense base, because can you see Chakku Anatta? Chakku means the eye. Eye is non-self. Rupa Anatta. Rupa Anatta. This is masculine noun. GCN. Anatta. Then he says, so this is one pair, eye and sight. Then this is ear and the sound. Sotang anatta, sada anatta. That means the ear and the sound. So this is all the one pair lah. Can you see up to here? Can you see here it don't use the word citta, Can you see use the word mano anatta? Because mano means your thinking mind. Your thinking mind. That means you are your thinking mind. Because chitta, chitta cannot think. Chitta only react. This one you have to think. That means thinking. So the Dhamma refers to the thought. This is the thinking mind and the thoughts. Because the phenomena arises during the process of thinking. This is what we call thoughts. So this is one of the way, two meditation here got two. Dukkha, no, we didn't talk about dukkha. Can you see? This is Chatusu. Can you see? Internal and external. Okay, this is internal external. So at the end, these are the vipassana. But to do this vipassana, you can do this, and then when you can switch between vipassana and samatha lah. But you have to remember this, whether it bring you result immediately or not, it doesn't matter. As long as you know, you just practice. You just practice. So you do a reflection. Reflection means you just use your mind to do a like a chanting like that lah. Chanting like a chanting And then when you chant, you know the meaning one. No, you chant do a chanting So you chant something like that This is a bit longer. Chakku anatta you can say in English, you can say in Chinese, whatever language. So that means if you good at remembering, then you remember the whole line. Then when you sit in meditation, you do it this way. Okay, I mean, any question?
Brother Alfred, in this sutta, sankhara is stated as choices.
Ah, it's okay to use as a choice. Okay, there are there are there are few translator. There are few translator, and then you also have to look at the word sankara in the context of the sentences. You remember just now I say sankara is a 52 mental
Mental
states.
volition.
So 52 mental state, 52 it can be a volition. Because if you take like for instance the 52 cetasika envy. Envy is a cetasika, Is it a volition or is it a choice? It's up to you. You want to say a choice, uh, if you want to say this is a choice or a mental volition, it's up to you because technically a mental is a mental volition. It's still, I think it's mental volition because this is already come out in your head.
Mm.
Envy, jealousy. Jealousy is still a cetasika, Ah, okay, this is a cetasika. Stinginess is also a cetasika, Is it not? Did I spell correct? Stinginess. N-E N-E-S-S. Okay, so this is it can be a choice, it can be so you have, but this technically is a mental formation lah. Technically this is a mental formation. It appear in your head
Yeah, it appears in the head first.
It appear in head. So the word here is very difficult. The word sankara can mean your choice. Fermentation. Fermentation is used by Tanasiro. Fermented choice, mental formation. My Abhidhamma teacher used karmic formation. This is karma. All this is karma. This is karma. So whatever you want to use. As long as you know, that's why the reason we study Pali, then we are very flexible. Those who never study Pali, those study Abhidhamma, they always stick to one word only. They stick to one. Okay, there are many of it.
Thank you.
So I cannot go through all the 50 lah. I just give the Okay, now we are back to here. All this that means this is a meditation because at the end of the day, we are somewhere around here. we do translation as well as we try to understand the Dhamma lah.
Yes.
Okay, okay. So we are here, then we will continue here. There is so technically you must understand. This is in, there is a lot of Pali term, a lot of Pali term. And a different sutta use a different terminology. It's very hard for ordinary people to understand all this lah. Okay, now number 17 is the important part. It's almost the end of it already. It's almost the end already. Ewang pasang. This is pasang. This is seeing does. Can you see the word seeing does? This is what transpire. This is seeing does. Can you see? This is okay. Sutta lah. The word is sutta. Sutta plus VANT Suttawan. So when you decline, it becomes Suttawa. Sutta that means this is a possessive noun. That means Sutta means a hearer. So in this case, no, now we don't call a hearer because by you learn by hearing. Learn by hearing. Those days, there is no books. You learn by hearing. So in this case, a person who hear a lot means a learned. So that means you can translate this sutawa as learned. Learn, learner, learner. And then the past form is learned. Okay. So here, here it says, okay, can you see here, this is the verb. This is a verb. That means the one who has learned, that means sutawa, can you see, is disgusted. Can you see is disgusted in rupa? Just now you remember, we are doing a reflection of form is impermanent, form is non-self, form is dukkha. So when the mind has developed until a point about to reach enlightened, then the person, maybe can you see Arya Savaka, learned noble disciple is disgusted in form. That is how he see. This is about to become an arahant already. You see, that is how he sees. So it's not through learning, I mean, what we do is learning the theoretical part, but this one is through a practice. After to practice, this is how he is going to perceive rupa. Okay, so second part is the same lah. Vedana, asanya, sankara, vijnana. All right. So this is metaphor. Metaphysis, Metaphysis, that means the mind going to change. I don't know whether it's spelled correctly, PHO or
PH.
PH, metaphysis.
I think it's PH.
Okay. So,
Metaphor.
metaphysis, all right. Then the minds go through a transformation, and then he says here, can you see, this is an object, this is a verb. Okay, virajati. He detaches. The word nipidang. Nipidang is revulsion. Revulsion. You see the dictionary. Nida. I don't know whether spelled correctly.
Nipida. Yeah.
Okay, this one.
No H.
Never mind. I just click already. Okay. No H.
Mm. No. Mean the no H at the beginning, the nabi.
Let me check again.
Nibida. Nibida.
Nipindang. Copy better lah. Copy better. So, Please. Can you see, this one, Nibida, dissatisfaction, disgusted, turning away, fed up, fed up, So you know, okay, so something like that, lah. You take one of the word that you like, So you can say something like that, lah. Okay, that means, so okay, he detached from revulsion, revulsion. That means this is so he detached, that means person who practice up to one point, this will transpire. Can you, Then you see this, I tell you, viraga vimuchati. This is a verb form. Vimuti is a noun. So he is free from. So here I use the word attachment because the word viraga, raga is attached. Raga normally is called one translation is called passion. One is in dictionary you use this word. So sometimes for this viraga normally they translate as fading away. Fading away, fading away of raga. Fading away of raga. That means in a simple word, you say he is free from attachment. This is attachment. So that means this is what transpire. Can you see this? Vimutasmin and vimuto. Can you see this? This is locative absolute. Okay. Okay. So absolute that means when he's free, that means you use when he is free, because this is not he, no. He is I am. I'm here. I am. So I take this, I am liberated. I am liberated in liberation. So as long as you know the meaning, uh, this one is important. So the in a lot of time, people ask, hey, when you are in jhana, do you know? So no, when you attain first jhana, do you know? When you attain second jhana, you do know. When you get certain vipassana knowledge, do you know? No? When you become an arahant, you know. No? The answer is here, no. You know one, no. Because here it says, I am liberated, in liberation. Okay, then you see the word jnana hoti. There is a knowledge. So that means there is a knowledge. There is knowledge that is referred to you, lah. There is a knowledge. That means you know for yourself. I am liberated. I'm liberated. That's all. You know. This is you know. Everything you know. You cannot say you don't know. You don't know means it's nothing happened yet. Then you know. Then can you see this is a kina jati. The word jati is birth. Kina is the birth is destroy. The kina is destroy. So I use the word birth is end lah. Destroy or end, it doesn't matter. So this is a PPP. Wusitang. Wusita. This is come from the word was. Was, okay, was, then plus the ita, usita. That means this is brahmacharya, holy life is live. This one is holy life is live. So, holy life is live. Then you see, this is a PPP. Uh, karani yang should be done. Should be done. Done. So in this case, this one, done what should be done. So you done what should be done. This is referring to the monk. Done. He say he has done what should be done lah. So here it means that the monk done what has to be done. So done katang karani yang. That means the monk has done what he done. That means he's already an arahant. He's a arahat. He do all his job already lah. So here is ne and apara. Apara is another. Ne plus apara. Ne, because you see a long A there. You see a long A there. Apara means ne apara. No another. Can you see this is itata, itata. This is no another this life. Can you see the word pajanati? Pajanati name is pa plus the root nya, you know. Pa plus nya, nya means to know. The root nya is to know. So you plus the pa is clear, means know clearly. Know clearly. So this is a verb. That means know clearly means listen lah. Understand? So when you do your meditation, you do your meditation, it's the same thing, pajanati, it is pajanati, That means you have to be really understand what goings on. So you see, in this sutta, this sutta, that means is you seeing the three the three characteristic. This is dukkha, anicca, and anatta. By understanding this dukkha, anicca, anatta, they become an arahant. So this part is vipassana part, no, the wisdom part, You must know the 6 months, the 6 month, when Buddha left the palace, we don't know, you remember when during the the sons, after the birth of Prince Siddhartha, there is a naming ceremony. Out of the five ascetic, that one of the youngest ascetic is called Kondanya. So Kondanya, the rest of the four ascetics says that they will become a universal monarch. And the youngest one, Kondanya, say he will become a Buddha. So one of them fall when Prince Siddhartha left the palace and decided to go ahead. One of them follow, and then the other five follow. So that means that they have been practicing whether meditation or what, we don't know. But I believe they are quite wise. They are a wise man. So during the 6 year, definitely they got practice meditation. Because Buddha also got practice meditation. Because Buddha got two teachers. One of them is Alara Kalama, one is Ramaputta. Ramaputta teach him until Arupa Jhanas. There is one he reached first teacher teach him until the level of the spheres of nothingness. The second one to teach him until neither perception or non-perception. So this is all meditation. So I believe, even though it's not mentioned in sutta very clearly, I believe the 5 monks that follow Buddha has already practiced meditation already, But you cannot find a sutta to tell them they reach what jhana. But I believe they have all the calibers of what jhana already. So when they listen to the Dhamma, it is easy for them to get enlightened. You get what I mean? Not.
Yes.
So that means they already got the prerequisite lah. The prerequisite. All right. So we go to do the last part. The last part there. Because this is the last part. Okay. That means Dhamma voucher. Can you see? Okay, here. So in this case, this is a subject. Bhagawa. Okay. Avucha. The perfect tense. Said this. Said this. Can you see? The subject where the Buddha said this. Okay, can you see Panja Vakkiya Bhikkhu, groups of 5 monks. The group of 5 monks, in this case, here is delighted. So the book says elated lah. I think delighted, elated is very hard to distinguish lah. Because sometimes the word here is delighted. We will know something like delighted. Elated, that means he's also uplift lah. Some kind of, but anyway, okay. Now you see, okay. Then you see the word, this is the object. Object, object. So the Vasitang is the sayings of the Buddha. This genetic sayings of the Buddha. Okay. So saying a Buddha, can you see this word? Another thing, binandum also here I put a rejoicing. Here I put rejoicing, because this. So here rejoicing. So I use the word delighting. So this is an object, and this is an object. Two object. Two object. So when you want to join two object, you say the sayings of Buddha, which is delighting. Correct? Not two object. This is how you connect. So I use here which this part. You have to remember while you are doing a translation. So object and object. Saying of Buddha delighting. So the saying of Buddha which is delighting. So this is the connecting partner. So this one you must remember. Otherwise you cannot translate.
The double accusative.
Double against. So you can either you put a comma also you have a problem. So in this case, you see the Buddha say this to a group of monks are delighted. I add in this no. Are delighted with or delighted by. You see this I add again no because I'm going to make a full sentences. You can say delighted with or delighted by, whichever word you think can fit in nicely. Delighted with and okay. Then you can see the next part. This part done already. So this is it must mean it means it's locative. Ch. Can you see? Can you see? Ch is and now in this and now in this. So this is how I in now in this. Can you see this is also locative? In explanation, this also can be translated as locative. Absolute. When this explanation, when, you can use when or while. In here, I don't use yet because in this explanation, this is an adjective to this. And again, this is also describing this. Also describing this because they put in a locative. You see, okay. So here, this. Forget about this first. This explanation. Okay, can you see here? Yeah, being spoken. Okay, to the monk. Okay, okay, to the monk. So in Pali, locative can change it to instrumental by this explanation being spoken to the monk. Okay, now this part done. Can you see here? This is a. Can you see? Chittani. That means this is a subject. Chittani. Can you see the mind? Chittani, the mind. Can you see this is genitive case plural. The mind of the monk. I won't five monks. These are group of five monks. I did put the monk because group of five monks. Can you see? Okay, here. Can you see the word here? Okay. The word here, the verb here, verb here. The mind of five monks. So this is a subject. This is a verb. This is a AOR past tense. Were free. Can you see were free? This is were free. Free. This one. Appellative. From tense. From tense. There are five. There are three types of tense. I tell you the karma, asava. Then you have bhava, asava, and avijja, asava. Okay. So this asava is in plural is referring to karma asava. That means the taints of sensual pleasure, the taints of becoming, the taints of ignorance. So that means the five monk, the mind is free from taints, these three. And then you see here, this is here, this part, can you see? Anupadaya, this is Jaran. Anupadaya. So I decided to put it at the back lah, because so I decided to put it at the back. I put it without clinging lah, because the word without is like an extension. No doubt this is a Jaran. Here means anupadaya. It means having uh, having. Can you see? Because it's upada. So anu means not clinging. Clung, clung. Having not clung. This is a past tense. So this word is anupadaya, having not clung. So it means is having not clung. That means you can say having not grasped also can grasp. Okay. So by this whenever you read this line whenever you read this line the mind is free from asava. This is a indicative of enlightenment. Indicative of enlightenment. That means yesterday you remember we talked about uh, three aspects. One is to be fully understood. Okay, this is the second aspect, to be fully understood. Had fully understood. Okay, so this is the third aspect, which means the third phase. This one already, just now already say, this is the third phase. It means the mind is free from the asava. This is the one. So that means every time you see asava, vimuchinsu, or you can see sometimes they use the word kaya destruction of asava also can. So that means these are the monk has already uh, attained arahantship. And that means this part is fulfilled. This part is fulfilled already. This part is fulfilled. Okay, any question on this?
The last part is vimutti, is it?
Ah,
Brother Fred, you say the last part is vimutti. You say vimutti, is it?
ah. This is vimutti is a noun. This is a verb.
Yeah.
This is a verb because imsu you have plus imsu for aor imsu so vimutti is a noun. This is a so you can see I give you one line because I have no time to explain, so I will use one. Yeah,
MN 39.
I'm at 39. MN 39 must read. I go to this first. Can you see this part? This line? They give up 5 hindrances. Corruption of the heart. Corruption of the heart that weaken the wisdom. Just now I explained the word ceto, right? This is
Yeah.
upakilesa. Can you see the pancha nivarana, the 5 hindrances? The 5 hindrances, that means in the samatha meditation, there are 5 jhana factor. The 5 jhana factor is the 5 jhana factor is Vitaka, Vichara, Piti, Sukha, and Piti, Sukha, and Upeka. So in this case, there is also five hindrances. So when the so at so when the five hindrances is being what do you call it, Pahana. That means Pahana, that means has been destroyed. That means the mind will be free. Then there is a time called Chitta Vimutti. And then you see, all right, this is talking about first jhana. We are not going to first jhana. I want to go up to the fourth jhana so that you can see what I'm trying to tell you. Okay, you see, yeah, you see here, here it says Punacha Param, Brahmana Bhikkhu, Sukasa Cha, the word Pahana. Pahana means the ending of the sukha. And fourth jhana, fourth jhana, you have to, because sukha is happiness. So you also have to end sukha in the fourth jhana. And then you also have to end the dukkha of the fourth jhana. Okay. Can you see, that means can you see the word sukha and dukkha is move towards the physical body. So manasang, so plus so is same as su, because this is a compound. You become O, become somana. Somana means mind. Somanasa is the mind. Do become domanasa. This is a mental bliss and mental pain. This is a sadness. So this the translation is a problem. Translation is problem because here you see, here translates. Uh, Here translate without pleasure and without pain. Okay. And this part is not going. This part is going to translate as this one. This part. You see, this part is going to use so manasa domana without pleasure and pain. And then this one, dukkha and sukha, you take this one. If you take this one, so a fourth jhana, totally all this mental and physical don't have one. No. Ah, I don't have, because the mind is already reached so high level, then you only have what, you have, can you see the word sati, okay, can you see the word sati, that means this is purified. The upeka, that means the upeka supposed to be equanimity. The upeka is purified by a pure sati. Wow, this one is very hard to understand. You need to experience in order to explain. That means the means upeka is you say is equanimity or neutrality, or indifferent, whatever. Is purified. The sati purified this. This is the fourth jhana because you know that this is chatunang jhana, fourth jhana. Okay, after fourth jhana, what happened? After fourth jhana, you see, this is Ceto Vimutti already. Because if you look at when the mind has become immersed in samadhi like this, can you see the word? The mind here, the mind. Can you see the word here? The mind here. This is this is a verb form. PPP. Samahite. Samahita. Because this is locative. Samahita. That means it's a verb form from samadhi. So can you see word? Parisuddhe. The mind is purified. This is pariyote. Can you see pariyote? Can you see? It can means pure, clean, shiny, or bright. So the mind has to be bright because this already purified. We are not going to use the word pure again. Just purified, bright. Can you see? Bright. So this is no angane. Angane. That means flawless without the word anga. See, without spot, no spot, not even a dirt, no blemish, anga. Okay, you see, this one is without upakilesa. Just now the five hindrances, five hindrances is no more there, The five, because there is upakilesa, five of them. So this one is without upakilesa. So you see, this is samatha. Your mind becomes something very extraordinary. Mudu mute, mudu, the mind become pliable, malleable, whatever lah. So, this is the time you can direct your mind to do many things. You see, the word is kamani, ready, workable, suitable, suitable. That means so the mind has already reached this state. That is the time when that's why they can do they can recollect many past life. You see, not the psychic power come in because the mind has been developed. So this is not what we want. So psychic power is not our intention. Then you see, again, the same thing like you say, when the mind has reached the fourth jhana, you can do a clairvoyance. That means you have the divine eye, no? Diba Chakku, this is Diba Chakku, a divine eye. So this word is clairvoyance is Diba Chakku, divine eye. Fourth jhana. Then you see a fourth jhana, this is the one. After the fourth jhana, this is the one that you want to do a breakthrough. Can you see? They truly under this is dukkha. Can you see? This is the origin of dukkha. This is the cessation of the dukkha. This is the practice. This is the one we want. This is vipassana. The mind understood the dhamma. Can you see? Yatta putang pajanati. The word pajanati means discern as it really is. Discern is really what we know is only a book knowledge. This is really discern. So this line is also indicative of arahantship. Understand? Okay, I'm done. Any question?